What's up? I'm going to do a review on my Hellraiser VHS. I went through a lot of trouble trying to find the original VHS release for Hellraiser, and when I was at a flea market about a month or two ago, I finally found the original VHS release for Hellraiser. This is the very first cover that it came out on. There's the side, the other side, and the back. And of course, here's what the original tape is, what it looks like. It's got an extra label on there, love that. Now, I'm going to try to find the original releases for Hellraisers 2 and 3. But I'm very happy that I finally got the original VHS release for Hellraiser, because they've had so many re-releases of it on VHS before throughout the years, and it was just so hard to get this, and I couldn't believe I found this at a flea market before I found it on eBay. Yep, and the thing of it is, Pinhead is my favorite horror villain of all time. It used to be Chucky. Well, here's what gets twisted. I grew up watching Chucky. He was my favorite horror villain, and then it was Freddy. Well, Freddy wasn't my favorite horror villain. When I started watching Nightmare on Elm Street series, I liked it, but not as much as the Child's Play. But I didn't start getting into the Hellraiser series until I was like a late teenager. Now, I've seen this cover before at Blockbuster, and I really didn't think much of Pinhead. I kind of just looked at it weird and just went, okay, well, that don't look like a movie I'm interested in. But on Sci-Fi, when I watched, I think it was Hellraiser Inferno, I actually enjoyed that movie. And some people didn't like it, but I don't care what they think. I love that movie, and I've just, ever since then, that's when I learned you don't judge a movie by its cover. You know, I know the old saying goes, you don't judge a book by its cover, but, you know, it goes for movies too. You don't judge a movie by its cover, and ever since then, I pretty much just loved Pinhead. You know, he pretty much pushed Chucky right out of the way, and, you know, he pretty much took Chucky's spot. I don't care, you know, I know the Hellraiser movies had low budget at movie theaters, but I really deeply enjoyed the Hellraiser series. I just loved it. You know, and I used to think, you know, back when they made Freddy versus Jason, I used to think Freddy versus Pinhead would have been a more interesting fight, you know, if it happened in the dream world. But after I thought deep into it, you know, probably not, because Pinhead could just teleport Freddy out of the dream world and send him to Earth or send him to hell or wherever Pinhead wanted. You know, I could just see Freddy and Jason both going against Pinhead, and they would both get hooked, chained in the ass once the fight started. And that's why I love Pinhead so much, just because I know he would be the horror villain. He'd be the last one you'd want to fuck with. That's for sure. I mean, I could never see myself. I mean, I would literally bow to Pinhead, and I would do anything for him. That's, of course, if he was real, but I just loved the original Hellraiser. I liked Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3. I thought Part 4 was okay, even though I don't like those outer space movies. 5 and 6 were cheesy. Part 8, Hellworld, was pretty shitty because, you know, these kids are trapped inside of a Halloween party, and, you know, it's like, where's Pinhead at? I mean, it's basically a held hostage type of a thing. But if you have not seen Hellraiser, that's my favorite line. I love that when he tells Kirsty in the hospital when she offers to lead him to Frank that escaped them when they had, they had Frank held hostage because he opened up the cube box and he was in hell for a long time. And I just love that line when Pinhead said, you know, if you cheat us, we will tear your soul apart. I mean, I just love that line because I can really see Pinhead destroying spirits. I mean, I can see him doing that. But if you are a fan of the Hellraiser series, I would definitely recommend finding this if you can. It is the original release of this is pretty hard to find, and I would recommend it to any horror fan out there. So yeah, I mean, I just thought I'd go ahead and show off the original Hellraiser movie on VHS. So hope you guys liked it and enjoy. So take care, horror fans, and peace out.